shit to walk upon the earth.
Some hide in shame and triumph too. You know this song is written just for you.
And good evening and welcome to the show. Hey! I hope you are all well and enjoying a wonderful, wonderful Saturday night. Thank you very much for joining us on the Freak Show from wherever you are around the world. So if you are online, guys, and watching, and we've already had about 50 comments so far, if you could just post up who you are and where you are connecting from around the world. We have a special show tonight, so we're super, super excited. So first of all, Skelly, how are you, sir, in the depths of Manchester?
I'm okay, thank you. It's the same old, day in, day out.
Did you know we've been doing this show for nearly, over a year
More than
now.
a year.
More than a year. Gosh, you don't get that for murder in most cities, do you? Or most countries.
Well, I think you get quite a bit more for murder.
I think you find.
I would hope you would do.
Yeah.
What jurisdiction you're in.
And you get your body spanked.
Well, that's enough about that. So, talking of bodies being spanked, Stig, how are you and where are you in the UK today, sir?
Oh, I'm very well. I'm fine, actually. I'm at the top of Blackpool Tower at the moment.
I would have guessed Sunderland.
I'll bring the room up just there. You can see just through. You can't see the window, can you? Yeah.
So wherever you go around the UK, do you take the same room with you?
Exactly the same room. Yeah. In fact, yeah, it's a green screen, and I have one
whiteboard.
Projection. And the same whiteboard, yeah.
And the same whiteboard.
A whiteboard, and you just draw the room onto it.
No, I'm not that good at drawer.
Okay, then, guys. So let's get this party started. We have two guests tonight from only the world's best comic label in the world. These are our label mates. First of all, we have our old friend and mentor, overlord, the man who knows everything. It's Mr. Wordsmith. It's Dave from Accent UK Welcome back to the show, Dave. Everybody loves you. As everybody knows, Dave is the co-writer of the V2A comic, but also he's been doing some other comic. Ooh. So without further ado, we have somebody else barricaded in the green room. We're not going to let him out, but we are now. Everybody, we would like to welcome all the cult of V2A, everybody online, which there's quite a lot online at the moment. There's tons. Welcome, everybody. This is Ian. Hey! Hey! How are you guys? So first of all, hi, Dave. Hi, Ian. How are you both?
I'm great, thank you. Really well.
Yeah, good, thank you. Good.
Excellent, excellent. So first of all, guys, whereabouts? So Wordsmith, where are you connecting from, sir?
I'm in rainy High Wycombe.
Wow, glamorous as always.
Yeah, the posh end. The posh end.
The posh end. So you are the overlord of Accent UK Comics.
Yeah, one of them. There's two of us, but yes,
you're the better looking one. You told me to say.
Sorry.
Dave says there's two of them, but we've never seen the other one.
No. It's a little puppet.
Hello.
And Ian, where are you connecting from tonight, sir?
I'm on the Wirral tonight.
On the Wirral. Oh, awesome. Excellent.
I'm not far from you, up in Blackpool.
Yeah, you're not too far. All Manchester, all close by.
So first of all, then, guys, I've heard that you are creators of joint creators of a comic. So, would you like to explain what this comic is called and a bit about it?
Do you want to do it, Ian, or should I?
You go for it, Dave. And I'll chip in if you miss anything.
Okay. It's called Kia Wordsmith. There were 2 issues out previously. Kia Wordsmith, which I think I've got here. There you go, visual aids. And so issue 1, it's a young girl steals from a wizard. It's kind of a fantasy comic. And she appears in issue 2 in her bedroom. She moves through shadows with this little creature. And the question is, what happens between those 2 issues, which a few people asked in reviews and things. So the in-between is in between issues 1 and 2 and explains what happens to her in that journey.
Oh, wow. So Ian, so how, first of all, how did you get involved with Kia Wordsmith?
I went to a con in England called Thought Bubble. I don't know, maybe 2015, and I had a portfolio that I created, and I showed it to Dave, and Dave liked it, and he asked me to do a 10-page comic for his spin-off series Tales of Western Noir, and I done that, and he liked it, and then he offered me Kia Wordsmith off the back of that. So.
Wow. I must admit, I have seen your artwork. I am a massive fan.
Thank you.
You also have done us an awesome card for the V2A graphic novel. This is Ian's work, which we will go into in more detail very, very shortly in the show.
I like
Absolutely,
that one. That's one of my favourites. That
amazing art, mate. Really, you've got such a unique and definitive art style, unlike anybody else's. You can see a picture and go, that's one of Ian's. So really amazing. So how did you first get into drawing comics?
Well, to be honest, it wasn't something I did as a young person, really. I wasn't into comics or anything when I was a kid, but where I work, the lady I work with, her husband actually used to write for 2000 AD, and I'd always been interested in book illustration and stuff like that. And she said, "Oh, well, he's got this script that he's doing. Do you want to work with him on it?" And it was his script that I was drawing for the portfolio that I ended up showing to Dave. So I was really lucky in that a guy who'd worked for 2000 AD was happy to write out scripts for me that I could then draw and put into my portfolio. So.
Wow.
It was just a case of, the reason I sort of fell into comics is when I was growing up, none of my mates read comics or anything like that. And then my first daughter had been born, and I was sort of sat with her in the local library, and I was looking around, and on a shelf there was a comic by Jay Lee, the Dark Tower one, that was based on a Stephen King novel. Yeah. And I just saw that, and I thought I was like, that's amazing. And then I sort of went on this little mini journey looking at all different kind of illustrators and artists connected to comics, and I just sort of fell down that rabbit hole ever since. And Dave's been a big part of sort of just like I've done work for other people as well, but most of the work I've done has been for Accent UK, in particular Kia Wordsmith. So we've been on this book now. Do you think since about 2017, Dave, something like that?
2018, something like that, yeah, around there.
Yeah. 2018, first issue came out 2018, but I think I've been working on it the year before that as well.
Wow.
Can people still get issues 1 and 2, Dave?
Yeah, the Kickstarter gets all 3 for a tenner.
Oh, right.
So we're trying to keep the price down to get new.
I will show that in one moment, but let's get this party started. It's a crowd favourite. Nobody quite knows what's going on. Fact or Fit? Are you ready? Let's hit that jingle. Okay, it's
whenever you're ready.
It just needs to go on a little bit longer. So let's get this ball started or rolling or whatever I was going to say. I've got no idea. But I am on Marshmallow Cider, guys. So a big shout out to everybody else out there drinking on a Saturday night. It's almost like a British tradition now because of the lockdown. So my fact or fit. My favourite Marvel character is Galactus. Ooh. Fact or fict? What do you think, guys? Online, please post up fact or fict. Yeah, old Square Eyes, old purple and pink suit himself. So let us go down to Stig. Stig, he always has good ones. What is your fact or fict, sir?
Whilst in California, renting an RV from an unnamed place, I managed to lose a wheel before actually leaving the RV compound. Fact or fict? Who could be as dumb enough to do something as stupid as that?
So just to recap, you hired a massive RV and you managed to rip a wheel off before leaving the car park.
I lost a wheel before leaving the RV compound.
Fact or fict,
fact or
guys?
fict?
Fact or fict? Okay, Skelly, your fact or fict, sir?
I had a very small, very minor background role in the second Harry Potter film.
Would you like to elaborate a bit more?
Any more than that? It's a background role, very small.
just a
Harry
small
Potter film.
You're a long way away.
Yeah.
Was it a film with Harry Potter?
It's in the background. It's non-speaking. It's not Harry Potter himself.
Yeah. As Dave said, were you small or just far away?
Were you
Or were they all really big?
I was probably a bit of both because magic's involved in those films. A little bit of witchcraft and wizardry.
Okay, but this
it's all
is
very scary. Too scary for me, so I've never seen it. But
so first of all, people are thinking that Stig's is a fact, and also Skelly's is a fact. This is how we roll.
And you're a lying git.
Yeah, and I'm a lying git.
Apart from one.
So Wordsmith.
Tony believes you.
So Wordsmith, what is your fact or fict, sir? So you're an expert at this now. You've been on so many times.
Yeah. Expert. I once skied down one of the blackest blacks in Europe on one ski.
Ooh.
Was it your ski?
Yes.
You didn't mug somebody and just
just run off with a ski.
That'd make it more exciting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this looks, that's a good one. So Ian, as you're our new guest, a fact or fict, sir, with your best poker face.
I haven't got a poker face. It's not very good.
Just poke yourself in the face then.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. I went to the same school as 007, James Bond, Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig.
Ah.
Oh. Wow. So fact or fict, guys, please post up. So let us talk a bit about, so this is going to be very, very exciting. So I know that you were on a podcast or web show yesterday, with the amazing Shane, who we love very dearly. He's a great guy, but unlike his show, we're actually going to show your Kickstarter. Hey! So here is your Kickstarter. So first of all, would you like to? And we've even got the right one and everything. So would you like to explain, guys, what the Kickstarter is, how long it's on, and a bit about it?
Yeah. So the Kickstarters, well, you can get the one issue, or you can get all three. And there's also, but Ian's done a special on sketch pack. So we've done like the pencils of the comic as a special little booklet. So all those sort of extras, and if you really want to, you can get Ian to do an original sketch in one of those little sketchbooks.
Oh my god! As you can see, Ian's art is absolutely breathtaking. It is absolutely stunning. Is that the cover?
It is. That is the cover. Yeah.
Wow. So a quick question to Ian. Ian, are you using? Is this digitally done, or are you using?
Yeah, well, the cover's a bit different to the interior art. The cover is entirely digital. That's all being drawn on an iPad, but when you go down and you see the other pieces of art, they're all drawn in pencil first, then they're scanned in, and then I digitally colour them after that.
Oh my god! Look at that! That's absolutely stunning.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you.
Wow. So before you did your sketchbook and went to Thought Bubble, your portfolio, had you done comics before?
Just butt in. Sorry, that art down that you'll see in there is by another artist.
Oh, okay.
That's by Marlene Lowe, who did the original kind of story in the back issue of the Simpsons Robot.
Oh God, yeah,
We've
yeah.
actually fed that in, so it's fed that kind of story into the story that we've told now as well. Just because you can see the art styles are very different.
That is absolutely amazing. So so this book, so this is what, in between book 1 and 2.
Yeah, it is, but I think you can either sort of see it as something that's going to really help you understand what's going on in 1 and 2 and get all 3 if you're new to it, or I think the in between sort of does work as a standalone book as well. So even if you're new to it and you don't want to go and buy all 3 books, I think the in between can be sort of seen as a story within itself. I mean, obviously you're going to get more from it if you have the other books as well, but there is a sort of self-contained story within it that sort of tells this quite tragic and quite dark story of this character called the Jigsaw Girl and how she became this this character that keeps on popping up in quite a few of Dave's Accent UK books.
Yeah, she's not a bit in the V2A comic yet, but she may do one day.
Yeah, we have to have it like stapled on the front of one of the trucks or something. So, would Dave or Ian, would one of you like to explain what the rewards are?
Well, there's various ones. So everybody, so all the backers get each of the cards, as we did with V2A. So those cards, everybody that backs a physical will get a copy of each card. But we've got the tiers are really the as you can see here. So it's all issues, one issue, or all 3, or you can get the kind of little sketchbook that you just saw, the black and white sort of artwork, and the extra tiers are kind of that could be signed by Ian, or that could have an original sketch in it in the sketchbook. Again by Ian. So
oh my God,
wow.
wow.
Tiers, you can get original art from Ian as a last tier as well.
There's not many of them left though. I think there's only 3 of them left over the 2 tiers, and then there's original art from me as the sort of like the big tier at the end if you want. But I was sort of saying to Dave as well, we've got like tiers that go all the way from £2 where you can get the digital copy of the comic, all the way up to £100 where you can get everything basically. So there's in between there's something. I'm sure there's a price range for everyone. You can see that we've everything's sort of coming together really nicely now. We've got a little collection.
That is amazing. Are you going to Thought Bubble as well? Because Accent UK is, V2A will be there out on the pop.
It's gonna be a busy table.
Yeah, hoping so.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be a good table.
It's going to be an epic table. So yeah, so guys, please start booking and getting ready for Thought Bubble later on this year. We're going to do a V2A and a Cult V2A meetup, a pub crawl on the Friday night. We're going to have a post-apocalyptic cosplay contest with trophies, etc., etc. It's going to be wild. We're going to get Ian drunk. Yeah. So Ian, oh, okay, even better. Even better. Are you up for a post-apocalyptic makeover, Ian?
Yeah. Put me on the spot there a bit.
Resistance is futile, I think.
It is. Oh God, yeah. You've seen some of our videos. We're even worse in real life, but it looks absolutely amazing. So how? Because you're releasing this, and Dave, over Accent UK, only the UK and the world's best independent comic label. Yeah. Because it's not sort of Marvel or anything like that. Does that just give you a lot more freedom with the story and what you want to do?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, we've, as I say, I've written quite a few comics now over the last sort of 20 years, and we can kill characters off, and they stay dead. So I wrote one about the world's fastest man. He stops time, but in the end, he sacrificed himself. And I had emails from Australia saying, yeah, but he didn't really die, did he? Because he can stop time, walk away. Yeah. So no, he's actually dead. And people refuse to accept that this guy was actually, he's just dead, he's gone. But even, in DC and Marvel, they kill characters, they always bring them back. You know they're going to come back. Even the Flash, Barry Allen, was dead for many, many years, but he came back.
How about Galactus? I mean, who hasn't killed him?
Well, yeah, or Franklin Richards, whichever one it is. But yeah, so, but we don't have the continuity problems. We don't have to kind of worry about you've done something wrong. It doesn't kind of add up with other things. Although Kia Words is interesting. I've got a spreadsheet of all the dates, all the different issues, how she navigates through the comics to make sure that I don't trip myself up.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
one
'cause
of the
you don't cross your timelines, do you?
Yeah. Don't cross it. Don't cross it.
Your streams, yeah.
One of the interesting things I learned in writing this comic was that I never realised as a kid growing up as a young man that the Western time is the same as the Victorian time. So
Oh yeah,
right.
in real
they are
years,
the
yeah.
same time. So
Yeah,
when you look at Wild Western things, that's Victorian England, and it never dawned on me. But so yeah, it all adds up.
So just a quick one. We have 20 days to go. So we will put the link up on our message. Stig, if you could, sir.
What are we doing?
The link, the Kickstarter link.
Oh yeah, I'll dig it out. Yep.
If you could post that up and we'll put it on the message. So guys, you have 20 days left to back this. It looks absolutely awesome. As I said, I have got issues 1 and 2 and it is amazing. So it is definitely something very unique and very special.
I think if you like Dungeons and Dragons, it's that kind of vibe. It's my kind of homage. I've played D&D since I was about 15, and it's my kind of homage to D&D, really, in a way.
I think it's also got quite a strong horror element to
Yeah.
it. It gets
Definitely.
quite dark in the in-between. The whole idea of it is she's passing through a sort of a shadow world, so it's quite surreal and dreamlike, and we can have all these like grotesque creatures and pieces, and there's a lot of cool stuff in there, I think. And I don't know, it's just a really nice sort of way of playing around with the story a little bit and making it something a little bit different. I think what you've already said quite kindly, that it's a little bit different to everything else that's out there.
It is definitely. So how long did this book take to draw and write?
There's a story. So it started off as an 8-page little kind of extra for Kickstarter, and then as Ian got more and more into it, and he kind of knew the backstory and all the other things that are going on because he knows the Jigsaw Girl story largely. He suggested bringing other things in, and when you get a page after page of this lovely artwork, you can't say no. Just say do as many as you want. Just keep it going. So it grew from an 8-page to 24 in the end, I think.
Oh my God.
It took about 10 months altogether, I think, from drawing the first page to finishing colour in the last. So it's quite a big endeavour, and I hope it shows through. I hope people will see all the effort that Dave and I have put into it, and just really enjoy the book when they get their hands on it. And
definitely.
Yeah.
Seriously, it is amazing. Is there anything, Ian, that you don't like drawing? For example, like a horse or something like that.
I quite like drawing horses. Horses are fine. The first page they gave me to draw was a stampede with horses and bulls and everything. So it wasn't easy to do. But I like drawing any animals or people or organic shapes and forms where I feel less. I can still do it, but where I feel less comfortable is like cars and like modern buildings and things where the shapes become geometrical and you sort of tie down by perspective and all that sort of stuff. I much rather just enjoy drawing those organic forms, and a lot of my influences they sort of come from the fantasy art and illustration sort of background. So it's got it. I'll draw anything, but that's my favourite sort of stuff to do, and that's what Kira at WORDSMITH allows me to do as well.
Wow. So,
David, who are your favourite sort of comic book artists?
So, comic book wise, it'd be people like Bernie Wrightson and Wally Wood and Al Williamson and Jay Lee, as I mentioned before. And I also really like people like Frank Frazetta and sort of like the classic kind of artists. I also like people like Lieber Mayhoe, who I think is a great artist who's working right now. He's just done some amazing stuff, and Silver Surfer. And then in illustration sort of terms, I like people like Brian Froud, who worked on things like Dark Crystal and Labyrinth and did all those illustrations for those films and books.
Quite a wide range.
And then people like Arthur Rackham and Edmund Dulac, and more traditional sort of representational fantasy book illustration as well. So pull from anywhere really, anywhere where the art's good, and I just appreciate it. It doesn't have to be from a specific time or just in comics. Anything that I like the look of and I think that's gonna help me to improve my work, I'll use it.
And so, a quick question to Wordsmith: what's it like working with different creators at Accent UK? Because you have a varied selection of people you work with.
Yeah, so I collaborate with 2 writers, I guess, and more artists. So yourself, that's an interesting collaboration. It's kind of reaching its kind of. We're just both learning off each other, aren't we? Really, so it's kind of working really well.
This is my first comic, so you're the only person I've ever worked with. What is it like working with me?
So I think so. It's quite funny. So when we first discussed doing the V2A, the Wastelands Chronicles, you then disappeared for a year with all your band stuff and the events and all the rest of it. And I thought, okay, that's kind of okay. And then I wrote the short story in the Asylum comic, and I kind of fed it to you and said, "Is this okay?" And then nothing came back, and then it's like, "Yeah, that's great." And I thought, okay, is it great? Has he read it? Whatever. But that's fine. So I did it. And then he said, "Yeah, we've got to do a full comic." I thought, "Yeah, great, let's do a full comic, fantastic." Because I love Mad Max, as everybody does, I'm sure. And so let's do it, yeah. And then he went quiet again for ages. I thought, okay, he's gone again. And I didn't realize, how busy you were with the events and stuff. And, and the luxury of the pandemic, I kind of call this some positive from it, is that you couldn't go on the road, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. So you actually had your attention. And it's worked really well. So you kind of, just for other people on the call. So Kev Drone just kind of, he scopes out, he goes, this happens, and that happens. He kind of sets the big pieces, if you want. And then all the rest of it, I kind of have to weave and develop the characters and weave the story together. And I'll send it back to Drone, and he kind of, oh, what about this? What about that? And we can, oh, this is a better ending. We stretch the ending more to make it more dynamic. And it's a really good, that bit I really like, because we kind of feed off each other. I always think the collaboration is better than just working on your own.
Yeah.
Within the art, you'll think of something artistically that will take us in a slightly different direction, and then we'll loop back down to the original story. But in that loop, it just explores something extra. It's just good fun. It's never boring. I think if I just wrote a story and just sent it out and got it illustrated, I think that'd be boring.
Yeah.
But the collaboration, the ideas, is good fun.
I think also Accent UK Comics is got the buzz at the moment. I think it's like when 2000 AD first come out. It's all sort of quite punky and quite alternative and out there and do something completely different to everybody else. Yeah. Really exciting, dynamic.
We decided, you can't do superheroes because Marvel and DC and Americans do superheroes to death. You can't compete. So we thought, okay, what do we do? So so working with Gary loves westerns, Gary Crutchley. So we sort of talked about a western horror, just to give it a twist and things, and we worked that. I had the idea for Kia for many years before Ian came along. I was always looking for an artist I thought could do something with that story. And then Ian came along, showed me his work, and I thought, yeah, you can do this. And it's that kind of, it's just finding something that's not mainstream. So it's not Marvel or DC. It's something that's interesting. Something with a story. You've got to develop. It's like any book. You've got to develop the characters. They've got to go on a journey. You've got to see something changing with them. It's got to be interesting. Otherwise, you just flick through the pages and so what? We like to have our comics where you flick through the pages and you go, oh, okay. And at the end of the Western War, which I think you've got, Drone, there's amazing. And then people go, what the? The ending is just like, what's that?
It is. Hold on, I've got it.
And it turns things on its head, and it's really interesting.
Apart from his eyes gone, but yes, wow.
There's a hole in that comic.
Cool.
There's a hole in the comic.
That's brilliant. He's disappeared.
Oh,
That's amazing. Oh, he's back again. Oh, how did you do that? Dave, how did you do that? That's the best cover I've ever seen. It makes people vanish.
It's the magic of comics. I can't tell all the secrets.
So how long was the gestation of Western Noir then? It must have been a long time.
So Western Noir has been going probably about 10 years. The thing is, we've all got day jobs. Ian's a teacher. I work in IT. The artist on that works in warehouses and things on Western Noir. So we all have day jobs. So we're doing this stuff at the weekend a bit and in the evenings a bit. We've also got families and all the rest of it. So it's hard, which is why it takes. So typically we get an issue of each comic out every year. with Western Wild, we tended to get 2 because Gary's quite quick. And he just really does spend a lot more on it than I think his wife likes, if I'm honest. And that's really good, So, but sometimes it's 1 a year, So we've got 8 finished issues of Western Wild. That's
Wow.
2 trades worth, and 1 trade is. Second one's halfway through colouring, and he's already done, I think, about 3 of the next 4 issues for the next trade. There's going to be 4 in all, so we kind of have the idea about how long it's going to run. But yeah, it's
brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wow.
As you found out, Joe, with the V2A one, it takes a lot of effort. There's lots of little things you have to consider. It is a business,
There is a lot to it. So that takes us straight into the next section. So we have the news section. So news first. Are you ready for it? This is a better jingle. Ian, are you excited by? Are you excited by our last jingle?
I'm just excited. Everything is exciting me right now.
Again, slightly too short. Could do with being a couple of seconds longer. So just a quick one. So a few things on there on news. The V2A graphic novel is nearly there. Me and David just going over the fine details. How would you
keep saying that? You keep saying
that.
No.
So it's almost ready for the proofreading now. We're just going to make sure we've made no typos. So my daughter does all that. She just reads through it all and she says, "Oh, you've said this wrong, or that's not spelled right, or whatever." So it's just on that really. We tend to do that a bit earlier, but with it being a bit broken with trying to get hold of the let's put it all together and things. So there's that. That doesn't take long to fix. I don't think there are any typos, but we just give that a last check. And he's pulling together the last visual kind of pages. So and it's that. I think it's going to be ready for the end of next week. To be
and then off to the printers. We've even got some amazing one-liners from celebs on the back of the book. So when you get a normal book, like when I say normal, when there's like normal quotes on the back, there's some brilliant ones on the back of the V2A one by celebs.
Are any made up?
No, they're all official.
It's nothing like a real book then. Oh, brilliant.
So super excited about that. Also, the t-shirts coming next week, guys. Also, we've got a challenge. So if you can invite your friends and get everybody to join the V2A Wasteland Chronicles Facebook group, once we get 1,000 members, we will be giving out some free stuff. So we have patches. We have a couple of badges. Most of it is going to all the Kickstarters. So there will be a few freebies. So what we do is once we get to 1,000 members on that Facebook group, we will randomly pick a couple of people and you will get some stuff sent to you. So super exciting. Also, big thanks to Tony, who's online, who made 12-foot high V2A flags. If you've seen them on Facebook, these are monsters. And Tony being Tony, he's built 5. So watch out for them at Comic-Cons, gigs, festivals. It's just going to be crazy. Also,
anywhere there's a high wind, probably.
Anywhere there's a high wind, you'll see them fly past at about 90 mile an hour and harpoon somebody. There is also a big shout out to the Apocalypse Post. We were on their podcast this week. It's a big makeshift. So we will share that link later on, hopefully in the comments, which was awesome. And also, Stig, you've got some video going live after this show. Would you like to explain a bit more?
I'd rather not. People can watch it. Well, we decided that it was just too easy doing like a top 10 DC superheroes or a top 10 comic MCU heroes or whatever. What we thought we'd have is the top 10 superheroes out of the MCU that aren't in the MCU. They could be just around the corner, could be a bit of a rumor, might be coming in for the side door, but we reckon these are the ones to watch out for. Some should be in there, and there's at least one that definitely shouldn't be, because I think the superpower is absolutely pants. But hey,
Howard the Duck.
Not Dazzler. Howard the Duck is cool. Come on.
Howard the Duck rocks.
Cool. Yeah.
With Howard.
But,
so was he small or just far away? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that video will go live straight after this show. We will do so please, straight after this, guys, just on about last 2 minutes of this show, we'll give you the link, and then we'll all go and watch the show. So what it is, they're Marvel characters, and these are the top 10 Marvel characters that we think should be in the MCU. It's a good one. See if you agree with us. There's I think they're right, but
we're never wrong.
We're never wrong because it's our video, so we can say what we want. So guys, please post up who you think should be on this video. So guys, start posting up which Marvel character do you think should be in the MCU and isn't so far. So first of all, to Ian, I'm not sure if you are a Marvel fan at all. What character would you like to see in the MCU?
Well, I just saw someone say Blade, and I think that's a great one. I think that's a good shout. I think didn't he sort of revitalize Marvel? Weren't they about to go bankrupt? So he'd be able to get back in.
That was so you're going for Blade. That's a damn good idea. Is he in the video? Is he? Is he not? Who knows? You have to wait till straight after the show. So, Wordsmith, are you a Marvel fan first?
Oh yeah. So, Fantastic Four.
Oh, which one out of the Fantastic Four? Because some of the films have been a bit ropey.
Yeah, you can't have four, and that only sticks for anybody else.
Well, there's four. There's Franklin the son as well, and Valeria the daughter, and the Silver Surfer. I could do all 10 from the Fantastic Four, I think.
But if you could only pick one Fantastic Four, which one would you go for?
Which character? The Thing.
The Thing.
Yeah.
I think he was amazing, old Ben. Did you ever see the comic the one time when he was padlocked up somewhere and he unzipped the suit and got out and he was normal? Did you ever see that one?
He lost his power halfway through, didn't he?
Yeah. What was all that about?
Yeah.
So we have the Thing.
I think.
Yeah, Skelly, you're obviously a big Marvel fan. So who's not in the MCU yet that you think should be?
Captain Britain.
Oh, did you ever read Captain Britain as a kid?
One or two, or because we don't have to be heroes, do we? Mr. Sinister.
Oh,
he's been hinted at, but not in an MCU film.
Yeah.
And there's a Dr. Sin, isn't there, with SYNNE?
He was in the first League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody was, weren't they? Pretty well.
Well, he was in an earlier incarnation of it, and he was referenced vaguely.
I wonder if you could be a hero if you've got a surname of Sin or something like that. Killmonger.
It's probably not. It's probably like a stage name. It's probably like Brian Jefferson or something. He's not really. In fact, his first name's Nathaniel. It's Nathaniel something or other. I think he just made up the name to sound a bit scary. It's not just genuinely born with that.
Can I just say we have some very strange people in the chat room?
I think we just have very strange people.
Mike reckons that Dirt Nap the Rat should be in there. Lockheed the Dragon.
Oh, okay.
Doug is going for Necron 99 from Wizards, and Mike's coming back with Red Pajama Robot.
Is Red Pajama Robot, is that Iron Man when he's at home chilling out on a Sunday night?
He did put LOL at the end of it, so he's who can tell? After ask the kids.
Low budget Iron Man.
Low budget Iron Man. So your video later on then Stig goes live straight after this?
Yes, about 10:15ish, give or take.
Is there a premiere? Is it going to be a red
Yes,
carpet?
it will be premiered. So if you want to put comments up, we'll reply to you.
Do you
if you don't like, they're going to come around and beat their what?
Stig, are you dressed up as all the characters then as well?
Yeah. I just take more and more clothes off until I go slightly too far.
Uh-oh.
So, you want to watch that?
We don't, last then, I guess.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Silver Smurfer.
So a quick question then to Ian and Wordsmith. So in Kia Wordsmith, is there what have you thought about but not actually put in the comic? Was there something that you thought, wouldn't this be a great idea? And then thought, nah, I can't really use that. Is there anything that's you've taken out? Or an idea?
Things that I wanted to put in the second issue they're in the in-between. So this is the bits that I suppose if they were going to be left out, they've all gone into the in-between. So
mine's so it's coming in issue 4.
There's quite moments, there's fantastical moments, all the sort of like crazy ideas that I thought I can't really work that into the second issue. They've gone into the in between. So I think that's worth sort of picking up, just to see what that's all about. But yeah, that would be the main thing. In terms of, I don't know. No, not yet, because I don't know. Dave's kept me in the dark, really. I don't really know where the story 100% is going to end up. So,
well, that's a question to Dave. Do you know where it's going, Dave?
He's got the timeline.
The interesting thing I like about this is it's kind of like magic and science, so kind of both exist.
Yeah.
We're getting advanced. And then in issue 4, there's going to be a magic user who actually has a gun. He's made his own gun, but they think it's a wand. So he's got this wand that he puts it and people die. It's basically he's developed a gun. So, and they're going to be interesting to draw some kind of archaic gun.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of mixing those things, and there's loads of things coming. Yeah, it's just, I mean, the frustration is we can't do this every month and release one every month. Because I'd love to do it. You can get into a real pattern, a real beat, and you can really start moving things forward.
Yeah.
So we're always kind of, you have to be quite, when you do it in small press or independence, you've only got so much time. You have to be quite precise, and you throw lots of things out that you'd like to put in to see later issues. But and Ian has to then draw them. It takes a bit longer, and it's tough. It's tough. But yeah, so I've got lots of ideas of things that are coming. I don't think I left anything out, but there's lots of stuff coming.
How far ahead are you planning? Because like on the V2A book, I think we're up to like book 5 really with our master plan. Is that normal? I have no idea. I've never worked with anybody else. The what? Sorry?
There's nothing normal about you.
No, I don't think there is.
Yeah, we can all vouch for that.
So yeah, it's pretty normal. So yeah, usually it's about 3 or 4 issues. You have to have the end in mind. So you have to know where you're going, and then you kind of work in detail, sort of 2 issues ahead.
Unless you're doing a Star Wars trilogy, and then you just
make shit up.
Make shit up and then pass it to the next person.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was
blame the previous director when it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay then, guys, it's that part of the week. Let me just get to what is hot. Hey! So what is hot? What is hot this week for me? Wasteland Weekend is on. I believe they are going. It might be on. So good luck to that. We're not sure if we can make it yet because of COVID and all the rest, but we will give an announcement later in a few weeks' time. Also, has any of you guys within the panel got Disney Plus?
No.
Look at the enthusiasm there. There is a cartoon on Disney Plus called Solar Opposites, written by the guy who did Rick and Morty. It is brilliant. Seriously, guys, it is the funniest cartoon. It's very naughty. It's more naughty than Rick and Morty, by these group of aliens who've like crash landed and live in a housing estate in America. It is just awesome. Okay. So that is amazing. Also, another what is hot, dog t-shirts. I've just bought all 3 of my little dogs a t-shirt, so they're all running around with like some crazy slogans on the back. We will be doing V2A cannon fodder and stuff like that, dog t-shirts. So watch out for that. So Stig, what is hot in the world of Blackpool?
Blackpool, absolutely bog all as usual, apart from the snow. However, I'm quite enjoying the if you can enjoy a trailer, the Loki trailer, because it sort of hints at a bit of an Umbrella Academy, the commission type thing with I wrote this down. What is it called? The Time Variance Authority. So a bit of time twisting going on, and
TVA.
Thank you very much. TVA, yeah. So yeah, the commission and all that sort of stuff with Umbrella Academy. So I'm looking forward to that, and I like Tom Hiddleston is a bloody good actor. So looking forward to that. Good trailer. Look it up. Loki trailer.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out in about 2 months' time, I think. Also, a big one that Martin said: Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. Amazing. It's on episode 4. Came out on Friday. Really, really good. Really awesome. So over to let's go around in Skelly. What is hot? Hot.
Hot.
What? For what?
I got a few things. Easter eggs. They're nice, aren't they? They're quite nice, aren't they? Quite Moorish.
How do you get those? Is it a bunny of some variety?
Well, there's a legend of a magical bunny that will lay one on next to you on your pillow if you're good.
Oh.
And if there's one there when you wake up, you eat it while it's still hot and a bit soft.
Or you phone the police that you've got a 6-foot bunny broken into your house, stood over your pillow, trying to lay an egg.
Where's this 6-foot thing come from? He's only little.
Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko. I've seen Donnie Darko. I know what they look like.
Something's come from your subconscious there. Anyway, we'll move on.
Too much chocolate.
Started watching Invincible. I've read the comic, like the first volume of the comic, and I think it's gotten up to where I left off in the comic. It's good. It's good. I'm liking it. I started watching Them on the old Amazon Prime. It's quite scary. Quite enjoying.
Is it Them, not Us?
It's Them.
Okay. Us is a different one. Yeah.
Us is a different one. Them. This is a series. I think there might be a film called Them. Who knows? It's a horror anthology series on Prime. So only watched one episode. Quite good so far. And I've been playing Soma, which is a game that's been out for a while, but that classes as a post-apocalyptic game, and it's quite scary. It gave me the old heebie-jeebies playing through it. It's very existential themes, very, very dark vibes. Enjoying it. Well, it was quite scary.
What is it? A PC game?
Yeah, it's fingers on other consoles as well, but I've been playing it on GOG on the PC. It's first person. There's no fighty. You've got a runny, hidey. But
runny, hidey, not fighty.
No fighty. I could pick up a fire extinguisher, but you can't do anything with it. You can chuck it to make a distraction because it's kind of a stealthy kind of game, and the enemies, you're not even supposed to look at them. Like your screen glitches out if you look at them. It's quite scary.
Was that just done by lazy programmers who thought, well, what's it supposed to look like? Oh.
Quite a well-regarded software house who did Amnesia and Penumbra, so they know their scary games.
Whispers with you that actually reckons it's amazing, Soma.
I'm definitely not playing it on safe mode. No.
Okay, so Wordsmith, what is hot? So first of all, we have Kia Wordsmith.
Oh yeah, the Kickstarter, obviously. Yeah, that's this weekend.
See, unlike Ice Comic Con, we didn't forget about it. Come on. Yeah.
It's interesting that they've just released a trailer for Jupiter's Legacy, I think it's called, which is a Mark Miller comic. They made into a Netflix series. So I think that's going to be a bit like The Boys. If you watch The Boys, which I think Prime, that's kind of very violent, very kind of gritty. It's going to be very similar to that. So I'm looking forward to that. I've not got Disney Plus. I'll wait about a year until when they've got a load of programs to watch. So I'm not a big fan of Star Wars. And I've seen all the cartoons that they've got growing up as a kid. So
Jupiter's Legacy is out May 7th on Netflix.
May 7th, cool. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. That'd be really good.
So again, what is super hot is the Kia Wordsmith Kickstarter. 20 days to go. Be there or be square, guys. It is going to be the biggest one ever. I am super excited.
Thank you.
We will have to get you back on just as it finishes or comes to the end. So that'll be good. And we wish you all the success, and everybody online wishes you loads of success and amazing time going forward with the comics. It is something special, something completely different to everything else out there. So amazing. So Ian, over to you then, sir. What's hot this week?
Well, it's probably not new, but I've just finished watching Boardwalk Empire, which has been out for years, but I thought it was really good. So watched the well series. That was excellent. It's a bit like, I don't know, it's kind of like an American Peaky Blinders, I suppose, but
wow,
it's really, really good.
Oh,
then just a lot of like the 2000 AD world, but it's quite good. It's sort of like about a judge set in a Wild West sort of city. The artwork in it is amazing. That's it, really.
What was that, Ian? Sorry, we missed you.
Is it Lawless?
Lawless.
By Dan Abnett, and I can't actually remember the artist, but he's absolutely fantastic. Is it Ian? I don't know. I can't remember his name, but it's absolutely brilliant. It's sort of like about a judge from the Judge Dredd sort of universe, but she's a female protagonist, and she's set in this sort of like Wild West sort of. And it's good though. Yeah, so
that's Lawless.
They're my two.
Lawless, brilliant. Also,
Lawless and Boardwalk Empire.
what's hot from my side? One of my mates was a play tester for, we're quite into our Oculus Quest VR games. There's a new one just come out called Swarm, and it's amazing. It is. If you can imagine being in VR, being Spider-Man, swinging around, and having guns, it's bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers, and I'm loving it. And I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but I go wild. I nearly knocked down half of the light fittings in the front room, and I've got to have to shut the curtains when I'm playing it, because if people are walking their dogs and walking past, I look like a right dervish, just going like that. But it is. So if anybody's got an Oculus Quest, have a look at Swarm. It is bonkers and awesome, unlike anything else out there. Amazing. So let's get on to the next bit. What is not hot? Let me play the jingle. Ian, I can tell you're super excited because honestly, you know how our jingles roll. So you don't get this on the BBC, do you? This is not like Panorama. Okay, so are you ready for what's not hot? Here we go. Yeah.
Was enjoying that.
Yeah, I'll start the ball rolling. So also, guys, please post up what is hot for you and what is not in the comments. Come on, guys, get on that line. Start typing. So what is not hot? There is a new film just come out on Netflix called Thunder Force. It's like a comedy superhero one, and it's absolutely shit.
Is it? It did look it though, didn't it? It did look shit.
There's cheesy shit, which is good, which is the shit, but then there's shit, which is shit, and it's shit.
Okay.
It's not good. So let's talk to a man who knows his stuff. He knows what's not hot. Ian.
Oh, I am not prepared for this at all.
Don't worry, we have fun with this. So what have you not liked apart from like COVID? COVID's never good. We don't like COVID.
COVID's being poor.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, the weather's been a bit shit.
The weather's been not very hot. Liverpool's form has been awful.
Are you
getting a bit of revenge against Aston Villa today was quite nice. But
that's good.
Yeah, I'll probably stick with that. That's not been great this season, but other than that.
Can I just say how well Leeds did with 10 men against Man City?
Yeah, that was fantastic, wasn't it?
So I take it
ridiculous.
I take it then, Ian, you are a Liverpool fan?
Yeah, definitely.
It's interesting because a lot of people I know from Liverpool are all Everton fans.
That's what everyone says, but it's not true. It's not true.
It's very similar that anybody in Manchester is just not a Man United fan.
Oh well, everyone knows that.
City.
And that is true.
City, yeah. So yeah. So anything else, Ian? Which is not hot.
Everything's going really well, so no negatives here. It's all positive.
I'm liking your attitude, sir. Did you know that I've got a post-apocalyptic buggy called Death Trap, and I actually bought it from a garage in Liverpool?
Well,
fascinating. I love Liverpool. I do love. I love the place.
Yeah, it's a great city.
It is amazing.
Place.
Did it have the wheels on when you got it?
Off colour. That's below the belt.
That is below the belt.
Wet and talk.
Hey, calm down.
Starting.
I did have a quick question from Doug for Ian. Ian, is it true about you being a Grimsby under 12 Conquer champion?
That's what I was going to do from a fiction one. I was going to say, I was a Grimsby under 12 Conquer champion. No, it's not true at all.
You say it's not true, but I think this is going to become one of those urban myths that you can sort of Google yourself, and it'll be like.
I really hope it does. I hope that's like the first thing that comes up. I don't know. I've never even went to Grimsby until I was 25, so definitely not true.
I think when we go to Thought Bubble, we are going to present you with that under 12s Conquer trophy.
And
How about that?
I'll claim it. I'll own that trophy. Anything that puts me in like a winning light, I'll take. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely. So, Wordsmith, for you, sir, what is not hot this week?
Yeah, it's difficult again, but I think so. Watching Invincible every week, waiting a whole week for the next episode, it really annoys me. I'm so used to just binge watching them all.
How many episodes are there?
I don't know.
No.
But
Every
I
week.
honestly don't know.
No, I just started. I only see 5 on Amazon right now.
There's 5 so far, but every
Well,
Friday.
actually,
I'll
I'll
Didn't
I'll
they release
IMDb it.
3 and then it's been weekly, didn't it?
Just IMDb in it right now. So
Right, yeah. But every Friday you have to wait till Friday to get there, and I'm not used to it anymore. I just want it all at once.
I want the world and I want it now.
Yeah, that's not hot for me. Just a bit
it's going to be 8 episodes apparently.
8. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was 8. Yeah.
Nearly there. Only a few more weeks.
Yeah.
You just got to be patient. I mean, you're willing to wait. Oh yeah, to get Disney Plus, but you want all the Invincible now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I watch
So
one,
contrary.
I want to watch them all. If I watch one.
I've got a question here for Dave, for Wordsmith. So, first of all, well, 2. First of all, are you going to be creating your own post-apocalyptic outfit for festivals and Comic-Cons?
So I believe that you're going to create one for me.
I am.
Oh, God.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Be afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. And the second question is, sir, Accent UK Comics, where does the name come from?
So my partner in Accent UK, a guy called Colin, who lives up in Manchester, seems to be a popular place. We got together back in, I think it's 2002. And I wanted Albion as a name because it's just to kind of give it some UK kind of a British thing. And he came up with Accent UK, and I thought that's all right. We'll go with that. As simple as that. We wanted something to begin with A because that puts us in the front of the diamond category. And AC I thought was more forward than AL, so that's why I kind of.
And AB had already been used.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Some companies then brought out AAB for abstract and things. They just played around to get right at the front. We put in AACCNT for a while, make it accent just to get in front of them. But yeah, no, that was it.
Brilliant. So it's nothing to do with the different accents of the creators within Accent UK.
No.
You're not having a go at me and Ian.
So Colin is Scottish, so it kind of the UK was important. And when if Scotland break out of the UK, then I don't know what we do. I'm honest. But there you go. We'll worry about that another day.
Crazy. So where are we now? So did we have all your what's not hot?
Yeah. It's just waiting for the extra.
Oh, waiting a whole week.
The next episode in my fast life. I want to see it now.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. I want it now.
It is hard going. So I think we're up to Skelly now for what's not hot.
Let's have a nice, boring domestic one. Energy companies' price hikes.
Like,
Just put their price up, so now I'm going to have to go on U-switch and change, which is effort.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Is there anything else, like TV-wise, or anything that you saw and you thought it's a bit shit?
No. Although I've heard they've axed American Gods, so I'm wondering what the point is.
Yeah,
I've heard of not continue it, so I'm wondering what the point is in me carrying on watching this 3rd series. So I might just axe it now, even although I'm enjoying it, but that's kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah, I saw an interview with McShane. He didn't seem impressed with the idea of it being axed either.
Did he swear?
Yes. Yeah.
He's a wonderful man. That's Lovejoy. That's Lovejoy there.
Brilliant.
Lovejoy and also the god Odin.
And Deadwood.
Deadwood's amazing.
Say what, Wordsmith?
Did they say why they've axed it?
I can't remember. It was some pathetic reason.
That's really
well, the fact that McShane wasn't impressed, that was enough for me. Didn't really care what the reason was. If Ian says that's the case, not that Ian, the other Ian. The one with the mullet.
Lovejoy.
Turn round.
Lovejoy.
Right. Ian hasn't got one. That's okay.
No,
Okay. So Stig, what's not hot?
Oh, pubs aren't open until Monday. What's going on there? Why aren't they open until on Sunday?
And even then, it's outdoors, isn't it?
What? It's just still wrong. Apart from that, and also Easter eggs. They're too small.
Steady on.
I know.
Too
So-
small. I've
Drop
eaten
the
my
bloody
Easter
thing.
eggs. They've all gone.
Should have gone
Behind
slower.
you.
Well, there's one over there.
Oh, behind you. Behind you.
Not having that one. There's that mine. I've nicked those.
What's on the board tonight then, Stig, by the way?
Lilu multipass.
Lilu Multipass.
Lilu's on there. What else is on there? There's a silent running quote. Huey, Louie, and Dewey. Well, Louie Louie's no longer with them.
All right.
Not good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then of course the obligatory Blade Runner. Got to have a Blade Runner quote, otherwise there's no point in living.
So a quick question now. We've got our established guests, our amazing guests, Ian and Wordsmith. So we've had a debate over the last few weeks about a classic, is it a 1980s film with a giant worm in, which I didn't quite... Yes. Right. So Skelly, would you like to explain a bit about the film, and then we'll work out, does Wordsmith and Ian think it's any good, or do they also think it's shit?
So I have to just sum up Dune.
Yes.
Yes. I've read the book. You're okay. I've read
Well, I
the
think
book.
Virginia Madsen did a better job, but it's set in the far, far, far future, and space travel is facilitated by this magical drug called melange, which allows you to see through time, and they have technology to fold space, and they're basically all scrapping over the planet of Arrakis, because that's where the only place where you can get melange, and there's giant worms live on there, and they don't like water, and people have knives and mad suits.
And Sting's in it, and Sting's got ginger hair and stuff like that.
Ginger Sting's in it, and there's a fat ginger bloke who's a baddie.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it.
Going on.
So a quick one then to Ian. Dune, good or crap? You're obviously a man who knows his stuff.
I've never seen Dune. I've never ever seen it. I've seen the documentary about is it
David Lynch.
Or is it the Jorodowski one?
Jodorowsky or someone? He had people like Geiger on it. He had Mobius on it. It was going to be this epic, and they wouldn't let him do it. And he had this huge Bible of all these designs and all these ideas. He had
Dali on it, didn't he? Didn't he have Dali?
He had
Salvador Dali.
I mean, it probably would have been a mess as well, but it would be
a beautiful mess. A really beautiful mess.
But I've never actually seen the Dune one.
Oh God!
I've heard the comic's amazing. I mean, it's Bill Sienkiewicz, isn't it? Who did the art on the
did he?
comic. Yeah.
Oh wow!
And recently they've just been doing it, and I think Jay Lee's done some of the covers. So it's one of those that it's just a blind spot. I've never seen the film or read the book, but I heard the book is amazing.
So, Skelly, could you do your famous quote from it, just to try and win over Ian, to try and get a yes or a no?
Famous quote.
Just any of the,
Watch, don't have too much spice, Paul. It'll mess with your head. That one.
That was good. Or atomic.
Atomics!
It sounds
I thought
pretty
you
good.
were dead, you young pup. Patrick
Sounds
Stewart.
awesome.
It had Patrick Stewart in it with a skullet.
Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, he's got a skullet. It's like a mullet with a bald head. It's not good. I didn't enjoy it. So let's talk to Wordsmith, because Wordsmith, he's a man of he knows stuff.
I know. Yeah, it's brilliant. The film's brilliant.
Oh God!
You've been told. You've just been told.
The books are tremendous, and the film was really good. It was made with a budget they could use in those days, and the effects they had. I thought it was really good.
It was distinctive. It was very David Lynch. He put his own mark on it.
Yeah.
And he hated what the studio and the editors did to it, so he actually took his name off it. But the director's cut kind of brings it back to what it was meant to be, sort of.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it at the time. Even Sting
in his pants. There's a ginger Sting in his pants.
And the budgie smugglers.
with all the great spots, the kind of oozing, that kind of.
I do like David Lynch, though.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's not many sci-fi films where the main plot point is blancmange.
Melange.
Oh, fair enough.
Don't get those mixed up, or your space line is crashing.
Yeah.
Don't try and give a navigator blancmange. You'll be like
a big load of trifle and stuff like that.
You'll probably be quite insulted.
Yeah.
That makes a bit more sense now.
Did you? Were you going on the impression it was blancmange they were fighting over?
I did. I thought, what the hell is this?
So has it all become clear now then?
They could do a massive send up of it, like everyone's seen Spaceballs, I presume.
Yeah.
Big send up of Star Wars. They could do a send up of Dune, and they have things. They can have things like they're fighting over blancmange.
Well, that's what I thought they were. So a quick one then. Let's do the round robin. So Ian, what is your favourite film, and which one would you recommend for people out there?
Oh, Christ.
If you could just pick one, you think this is the best film.
When I was growing up, I loved Aliens. I thought that was a fantastic film when I was growing up. And then as I got older, I went back and watched Alien, and I thought that was an amazing film as well. But I don't know, really. Blade Runner. I'll go with Blade Runner. That's a fantastic film as well.
That's a class. Wordsmiths, you sir, what is your all-time favourite film and why?
It is Blade Runner.
Is that just because Ian said it and you're quite scared of Ian?
I just like to keep him with Ian. Yeah. No, it's definitely Blade Runner. It's been for years. I didn't think too much of the sequel. It was okay. But the first one was just tremendous.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even now, watching it now, it's not aged. It's not like, oh, that's great. It's really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely stunning film. So, Skelly, what's your all-time favourite film?
Bloody hell. I've really struggled picking favourites. I'll say Excalibur.
Okay.
John Borman.
Yeah,
that's a classic. And it's got Patrick Stewart in it as well.
Well, there you go.
You do like your Patrick Stewart, don't you?
Who doesn't like a bit of Patrick Stewart? And I'll show you a liar. I will point out to you a liar.
So, Stig, favourite film, sir?
Oh, well, at the moment, I was going to say
Debbie Does Dallas.
No, that's number 5. I was going to say Blade Runner, then I was going to say Point Break, but I think I'll say Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now,
because it's brilliant. It's great in the same way Blade Runner is great. It's got visuals, it's got an amazing soundtrack, it's got some good acting, got some good quotes.
Helicopters.
It's got whirly-bopters, yeah, and smurfing.
I like the way Philip says Masters of the Universe. That was probably the world's worst film ever.
That's a classic. That is a classic
of its kind.
So in fact, Scully, you've met Dolph. There was a funny story. Would you like to explain to Wordsmith and Ian how you confused him with a present?
I gave him some very rare, very exclusive V2A dart flights, and he's got confused in Swedish.
I'm not sure if he knew what they were. I think he thought they were crisps.
Yeah,
you could have just chatted to him in Finnish.
Yeah, but he's Swedish, so he might have been offended. And his assistant kept wanting to touch me. It's like,
oh yeah,
hands off, woman. She's like, dude, you don't touch the do. She was touching the do.
That's a don't.
You don't touch the do. That's a.
Touch the don't.
Ooh. We've got some good shouts for films in the chat room. Tony's gone for Fifth Element. Go along with that. Yeah, agree with that. Pan's Labyrinth, Whisper. Yeah, and Airplane. Ooh,
awesome.
Ooh. Yeah.
Julie has come out with some wise words of wisdom. Masters of the Universe is crap, but there are far, far worse. Yes, I think it's called Thunder Force. And it's just come out on Netflix. So, for me, my all-time favourite film corrupted my life, turned me from a sort of sweet, charming, sort of 7-8-year-old kid into the thing you see today. Mad Max 2. Actually, shouldn't have been watching it. I was too young. Bloody hell, what a film. I wanted to grow up to be the feral kid and Wes.
And you have.
Crazy. So Ian, are you a Mad Max, a post-apocalyptic warrior kind of fan?
I'm gonna crush you now. I've only seen the first one.
I've
never seen Mad Max.
It's all right. It's all right. At least you've seen one.
That's where
I enjoyed Mad Max. I really like that, but yeah, I've never seen Mad Max 2.
You should definitely watch 2.
I'll have to give it a go.
Yeah,
if you watched Mad Max 2, you basically watched all post-apocalyptic films.
and Fury Road was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, Kev, have you got the Mad Max in the little tin that's like a petrol canister?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I've got
amazing.
that.
So, Wordsmith, since we have met and we are now corrupting you to the dark side of post-apocalypse, are you now getting a bit of an authority on characters from Mad Max, Fury Road, and all this rest of this stuff?
Not so much the cat. I do love the films. I've grew up with the films as you.
Yeah.
But not so much the names of the characters, I must admit. But I love the whole idea and the whole situation in Bartertown. I love the whole idea of it and setup. The films are tremendous. You know, for the budget they must have had again. You know, they didn't need much. They're just great stories.
So, a quick question to you then, Wordsmith. On the V2A books, the graphic novels, who is your favourite character? Ooh, because Skelly's in it as well, and Mechanise is also in it. She is
Pagan Sisters, I think.
Choose wisely.
Pagan Sisters.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Oh, the Pagan Sisters are very excited.
Yeah. I'll give nothing away. But yes, Pagan Sisters.
Yeah. A small fact about the Pagan Sisters is it totally confused PJ Holden.
It did.
which is amazing. So that's really, really funny. Stig, I don't think you've seen the comic yet, so
No, I've only seen little bits and pieces you've shown up. I quite like the character of Nort.
Nort is
yeah.
He's going to be he's going to be a fan favorite. I can see it coming.
He looks a bit mad, bad, and dangerous to know.
The cuddly toys that watch out. You thought Baby Yoda was bad with their merch. Wait till we hit the streets, guys. Skelly, you haven't seen it at all, so are you just going to vote for yourself?
No, I'll go for that big baddie that was on the big poster thing.
Doom!
What's his name? Is it Doom?
Doom.
Yeah,
Doom.
big baddie bloke.
Doom.
Oh,
So a quick one to Ian. Have you seen any of the bits and bobs of the graphic novel?
I've seen it all, and yeah.
Oh,
it's very impressive. It looks great. I like the character. He looks like he's got like a big deep sea diver helmet.
That's Nord.
That's Nord. Yeah.
Very good,
As I said, fan favorite. At some point, Wordsmith, we're going to have to get Ian to do like one of the little short stories or something like that. We'd love to get some of Ian's stuff in there somewhere because Ian, love your artwork.
It's very busy though.
So a quick one then to you guys about the amazing Kia Wordsmith. What is your favourite character in these? So first of all, let's go for Ian.
Kia Wordsmith. She is the whole thing. If she doesn't work, then none of it can work. So when Dave described what he wanted the character to be like, I think I had 2 goes at it, and Dave was happy with it straight away. And from there, we've just sort of known what she'd look like, what she'd be wearing. Tried to keep what she was wearing quite simple, so it's just like a white t-shirt, grey trousers, red pumps. She's going to become really iconic. I think she's already got quite a strong look to her, but
yeah,
we've seen her already being like vulnerable, being strong, being, she's not a 2-dimensional character. She's got so much going on. She's got problems at home with her mum. She's got a father who's gone away that she longs after. And then she's got this like crazy psychedelic sort of surreal world that she's sort of a part of as well. She's the character that everything pins around. She's by far my favourite, and she's the main thing really. That's why we gave her the title Kia Wordsmith. She's all important, and with the in between, we're also seeing a potential future for her. So we're seeing what she could become if situation goes one particular way. So
sounds usually ambiguous.
3 books out, and she's already got an awful lot going on about her.
So over to Wordsmith. So question for you, sir.
The same. So the Jigsaw Girl who Kia could become is central to kind of all my comics really, but apart from the best first one. So Western Wild, Stevenson's Robot. I've written something called The Shadowless Man, which I'm still looking for an artist on. So she's involved in all of those. and it's all about once someone's seeing their fate, like a fortune teller tells you something, can you change that, or are you destined to do it? That's the whole premise of her kind of story, which weaves its way through the others. So yeah, that's her.
So when you write her, do you hear her in your head? Has she got a voice?
Yeah, well, it's kind of you know what she will and won't do. So I'll put her in a situation. I know that she will not do this, or she will do it. And she's as Ian said, she steals from a wizard. In fact, she set up to steal from the wizard. He arranged it so that she would. But now she's done that. She's learned that was a reckless thing. Now the consequences she's living with, she's on the run, kind of thing, from things that were bigger than she even imagined were there. So she's learning all the way through, and she wouldn't do that sort of thing again. If she did, you'd be, as a reader, you'd be thinking, well, she's not learning. Why would she do that? So she would balance things. She'll still take risks, but she's beginning to learn that there's consequences for things. Whereas before, she was too sheltered. So yeah, she's a great character. I think she's got lots of mileage. She's got to go through a lot of pain as well if she follows Jigsaw Girl's path.
Wow, awesome! Super excited. There is just a quick one. We've got a question on here. Is there any new music coming out? Yes, the new album is coming out very soon. It is also called Doomsday, along with the graphic novel. So there may be a bit of a crossover with some of the songs. So that's super exciting. So Ian, you'll have to come to one of our gigs. We've got to chrome you and get you on stage, and you can have a play with the flamethrowers.
I would love to come to one of your gigs. It sounds amazing. From what I've seen on the VTs as well, they look amazing. They really do. So yeah, and I've heard interviews with you guys before, and what you're doing is really fun and amazing and creative. So yeah, I'd love to come to one of the gigs.
We've got to get you on. We've got to get you on stage. And also, as I said, when we meet you at Thought Bubble, we will officially award you with your under-12 Grimsby Conquer Championship trophy. It'd be one of those like like the BMX ones, which are about 5 foot high.
Yeah, it needs to be substantial for such a big achievement.
Absolutely, yeah.
You can't be just giving me any old trophy that you bought at the local shop. It's got to be something original.
In fact,
and
big golden conker.
Yeah,
there is a funny story about trophies, and I want to blame my one mate called Richard, who's an awesome guy. Is the gym we used to go to? They had a big trophy cabinet because it was like a David Lloyd one where they have all the tennis stuff, and it was very la-di-da. And we actually smuggled our own trophy into the trophy cabinet. So there was we smuggled an egg cup with the word winner on it, and we smuggled it into the trophy cabinet. Who smuggles stuff into a trophy cabinet? And it was in there for about 4 years, and they used to clean it and everything. It was highly entertaining. Made me laugh. It was brilliant. So so guys, it's results time now for fact or fict. Let's play the jingle. I can see Ian is obviously super excited about the jingle.
I am.
You are you? We have to do a wordsmith jingle for you as well. Are you ready for the jingle, everybody? Are we excited?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It gets you there every time.
Yeah, it's slightly small and disappointing, but we love it. So Ian, what was your fact or fict?
My fact or fict was that I went to school with Daniel Craig.
Okay, so before you say anything, don't say anything first. So let's go around the panel first. So Wordsmith, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd say yes. Yes.
That's a yes from Wordsmith. Skelly, what do you think?
No, Daniel Craig didn't go to school.
Not even spy school.
He was a notorious wagger.
I think Ian's got that face you trust. He's got a trustworthy face. So I'm going to say he's lying. Stig, what do you say?
I think given Daniel Craig's obviously thick Scouse accent, it must be a truth.
And what does the crowd say before we get the results?
Everyone apart from one thought that it's a truism.
Don't you think that Daniel Craig's face is like made out of a real thick leather? He's very weathered, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Looking
that
at him
come
that
from?
much.
No, but he has got a bit of a.
You've examined him
He's
So-
getting on a bit now.
in
He
detail.
is. So I think it's a lie because I think Ian is half his age. I think Ian's only like 20. So so Ian, is it? Hold on. So we've got fiction. A lot of people are thinking it's a fict.
No, it's tilting then.
Is it tilting? So what do you reckon then,
Polls are
Stig?
closed.
The polls have closed.
The polls are closed, and Chatfield still just thinks that it's truth.
It's true.
It's a
So
fact.
Ian, is it a fact? Is it a fict?
Oh, is it a fict or is it a fact?
I've actually confused myself here. It's sort of.
Oh God.
Oh,
dear.
flipping it!
Ah,
He went to my school, but I am a lot younger than him. I was never at school with him. But
Did he used to
go
flush your head
mine.
down the bog?
No, I never saw
Just-
him. But he did.
Did he have all the
He was
gadgets back then?
I never went to school with him, but he did go to my school. So it's
That's a fiction.
fiction.
Half
There's-
fact, half fict.
half fact, half
Oh, a
fict.
fic fact.
Fict
A
fact.
fict fact.
See, honestly,
Fict
you're,
fact, paddy
you're
whack.
playing the
Give
game.
dog a bone.
So, Wordsmith, what was your fact or fict, sir?
So I skied down one of the blackest blacks in Europe on one ski.
One skate. Right. So, Ian, you know Wordsmith. You know he's the international man of danger. What do you think? Fact or fict?
Was it a big ski, Dave? Was it like? a
Oh,
snowboard?
supplementary questions.
Oh, I like it.
There was just one ski. So it wasn't like a
I think that's.
Was that
I
what they
think
call a
that's-
snowboard?
Wasn't a snowboard.
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 I think that was a fact. I think he did do that.
All right. So Ian's saying fact. Skelly, what do you reckon?
I reckon it was one of those half and half ones again. He had a ski yogurt in some dangerous
Going
circumstance.
back in time.
He had a yogurt on the way down in the ski.
Ski
lift.
yogurt.
Okay.
One of the bits in to make it extra dangerous.
Dangerous. I think knowing Wordsmith, knowing this guy is the international man of mystery and danger. I think he did. I think it's true, and I think a fascinating fact that a single ski is called a ski.
Where?
I don't know. I just just making shit up. Stig, fact or
Oh,
fict?
I agree. Yeah, you're making no. I think. I mean, looking at him, he does look as if he's living life on the edge, and I can see you actually making the choice to go down on one ski. So yeah, I think like chat room, apart from one splitter, thinks that you were a fict. A fact. Sorry, the other one. Fact. Ian's got
You're a
me
fact.
going now.
So the consensus is what is the consensus then, Stig? Fact or fict?
Fact.
So big zoom up.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's true. It's true. It's a fact. It's,
Oh,
the French had closed the lifts that we wanted to go down, so I had to ski down it's called Tourtan. And I managed to make the first two moguls, hit one, left a ski in it, and then went down on one ski, kind of in a very dubious kind of way. Got to the bottom and looked up at this thing, and there's my ski right at the top.
Oh no.
I then had to walk all the way up to get the damn thing. So yeah, it's a fact.
I bet.
What
I bet
flavour
there-
Would you rate your abilities as black mogul skier?
Yeah, it wasn't good. I was tired as well, but it wasn't good.
Oh bless.
I bet the locals are like these English. Look at them. One
crazy.
ski. Crazy.
He's
flavour was
left
the
one of the
yogurt?
tops. So he can do it again.
I didn't mind. I managed to get down, and and it was kind of mostly traversing across. It wasn't elegant at all. But then looking up and thinking, oh my God, I was hoping the other ski had come down with me somewhere.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It just sticking up at the top.
It's like when someone gets stuck in a vending machine, you have to send someone else down.
Well,
You have to
Yeah.
buy another bag of crisps.
the lifts are all closed, so I couldn't get on the lift again. I had to
Oh, you had to walk up.
go up and get it, and then come down again with the one above the more ski. So do I carry a ski up and then get two skis at the top, or it's just a nightmare? I was just so tired. But it was
So
true.
so you are actually, the man from Del Monte, or whatever. You should be on these TV ads. Throw that one ski away.
Really
With
was
the
like-
chocolate, the Ferrero Rocher.
yeah, it's just a disaster.
Wow. International man of mystery. So Skelly, what was your fact or fict?
I had a very minor background role in the second Harry Potter film, The
So-
Chamber of Secrets.
So Ian, you're from Liverpool. Skelly's from Manchester, so obviously you don't like each other.
Well, very far
so-
from Hogwarts, though.
So what do you reckon? What do you think then, Ian? You're a man who knows stuff.
I just think the best of people, so I think that's a fact again.
Ooh.
I think definitely he was in Harry Potter.
Not literally.
No.
No,
That was a different film. That was a totally
I didn't
different
mean
film.
that. In the background somewhere, he was there.
In the background, in Harry Potter. That's while Ron's having his ski yogurt in the morning.
Right. Yes. So Wordsmith, you're really good at this. So
Yeah, he's lying. He wasn't in it.
yeah.
They wouldn't put someone like Skell in the background. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, nice
No
one.
one puts me in the
Well
corner
recovered.
either.
No.
I think this is true. I think he was trying to probably gate crash Harry Potter, got told off, and was sat in the background on the naughty step.
Ah.
Do they have a naughty? Do they have a naughty step in Hogwarts?
They'd have a magical naughty step.
Magical.
moves around with his
what's
other
magical
staircases.
about it? What's so
It's-
magical about a naughty step?
It's
not
probably just
naughty.
a step.
It's a wizard's naughty step, Harry.
Cool. Blimey, Harry.
They also say never trust a man in a dress with a long beard. But that's another
says
thing
that?
for another. Yeah,
At certain
cool.
parties.
Yeah, certain
yeah.
parties. So Stig, what do you reckon? You know Skelly.
I believe
seen him?
almost everything that Skelly says. But having hacked into the V2A database, I've seen his contract, and it excludes him from being in any other films apart from whatever.
What if it was
Francis has been.
What if it was pre V2A scene as Chamber of Secrets came out? Was it 2002?
Oh.
Then my head would explode.
So Stig, what
I'll
did
have
the
to abstain.
audience think?
Oh, the audience. What did the audience think? Oh, they had the most votes for this one, and almost all, apart from I think Doug, who was doubtful to being a film at all. I didn't quite understand that. Think that it's a fact. Again, get it right.
A fact.
Fact.
So
It's a bit like
Skelly,
Factory Records, but not.
is it a fact or a fict?
Well, my agent won't book me for anything scary on my request, so no. Turn that one down. Too scary for me.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Well, it's freaky, all that stuff that goes on. I can't watch that alone.
You do have a good poker face.
Flying
Either-
car.
Either that or it's wind. So Stig, what was your fact or fict?
That I on leaving an RV compound in California, I managed to rip a wheel off without actually leaving the compound in the first place.
Now, Ian, you're a man who knows stuff. You come from Liverpool. You've been around. You draw comics. What do you think? You can look. Let's zoom in on his face.
I think it's.
Move your mouth.
I think it's fiction. I think he did worse. I think it was worse than just the whale.
Oh, I like the way that you
the
call him a
whole rear
liar,
section.
and and then throw shadow on his whole persona. I'm loving it. So, Wordsmith, what do you think then?
I think it could be true, and I think it could be the wheel they have on the back, the spare one.
Yeah.
So I think it's
Oh.
true. Yeah.
Skelly, what do you think?
Well,
Yeah, well, we
it's not
can't really
like-
say anything.
not like I was there and stood
Yeah.
watching with my drink like,
What the he's up to now?
nothing at all like that, was it? I mean, can I abstain?
Yeah, it was definitely not one of those drop the mic, drop your drink,
drop the wheel.
drop the wheel, drop the wheel. Yeah, you've heard of drop the bass. So I don't think me and Skelly can answer due to we were there. If it did happen,
But did it happen?
I think we're giving it away now, haven't we?
I think we have. So Stig, tell us more.
Well,
audience
good old El Monte RV hadn't actually secured the spare wheel properly. So when I drove out nice and slowly, and the spare wheels are kept on with a bit of wire. It caught on the sidewalk, as we Americans say, and got ripped off. So there it was. I hadn't actually left the compound by that point, so I just drove back round again and went back in again. And then it took 3 hours to get the next one ready.
That was highly funny. So
How
that was
we laughed.
How we laughed. It was a massive bang as well. It like really thudded and flew off.
Yes.
That was great. So my fact or fic then, guys. Mine is that my favourite Marvel character is Galactus. You have to do that every time you say Galactus. By the way, that's copyright. So Ian, what do you think? Fact or fic, sir?
Fiction.
Fiction.
That's it. Yeah. I think you're lying.
I think it's facts. I think it's facts.
Wordsmith thinks it's facts. Skelly?
It's all that size.
I'm going to call bollocks here. I think your favourite character is Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
That is a cool name. That is a very cool name. Stig, first of all, what do you think?
I agree with Skelly 100%. I think you wouldn't pick such a dull character as Galactus. I mean, he just goes around the place crushing bloody planets. And what else? Oh, he's got square irises. And that's about it. And
the
colours. He looks like he's on drugs. Who on earth picks bloody flamingo pink when you're poncing around the universe trying to destroy planets? And he got the Silver Surfer to take him to a few, which I think is just bang wrong. So there we go. Just for that,
I'm your favourite Marvel character, Desperate Dan,
Den, isn't it?
Desperate Dan. So Stig, what did the audience think?
Oh, they agree with me because I keep the numbers. They think you were telling the truth.
Ooh. So fact or fict. Okay then, guys. Are you ready? This is exciting. My all-time favourite Marvel character is Galactus.
Yes.
I am
it's not.
Yes.
It is. I am actually.
Isn't that a bit like asking what's in my pockets?
No, and there's even a fascinating fact. I am such a Galactus fan that there is a V2A album called Destroyer of Worlds, which is based on Galactus.
Wow.
That's a little.
Now you say
a little sneaky hint. How cool is that? See, Ian, you lost.
I did rubbish.
That is
just
amazing.
Try man or cheese next.
Well, yeah. So we're just about to finish. So before we finish, please watch our YouTube. Mark's awesome video straight after the show. You've put the link, Mark. Can you stick the link again in the comments?
Yep. Just
we will
about to.
join us straight onto that. So, Ian, before we leave, is there a final comment and a statement you'd like to say to your adoring fans out there in the world? Apart from
go on. What?
Apart from buy the comic.
Yeah, well, that was what I was going to say. Have a look at the Kia Wordsmith Kickstarter, and I hope you like what you see, and I hope if you do decide to buy it, you enjoy it. And me and Dave put a lot of work into it, and we're really proud of it. So, yeah, anyone who can support us would be really grateful.
Oh, thank you so much. Ian, you're such a lovely guy and such a nice guy, and your artwork is amazing. Really, guys, it is an awesome comic to support, and it's something very, very different and special. So, the legendary Wordsmith.
I'd just say, give all independent comics a chance. So Kickstarter's got a load of good stuff on it. Don't just go for Marvel and DC. Have a look at some of that. It's really good. That's it.
And also, at some time, we do a whip round and buy you that other ski.
I'll go find another one.
We'll go find you another one.
Repatriate it. It's actually broken the binding, so I left them with there.
Did you lose your deposit?
They were my own skis.
Oh no!
Oh, what?
Well, it gives you more room to buy stuff in duty free, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming back was easy.
Well, definitely. Also, we, as I said, we are going to give Ian his under 12 Conquer Championship trophy at Thought Bubble this year. So be there or be square, guys. What we might actually do is bring a couple of Conquers and actually have a tournament there to see if he truly is, if he gets to retain his.
It's not true.
Shall I get my good out the airing cupboard?
Oh, go on. Yeah.
Yeah. If you get your 300 out of the one with all the nail varnish on, Skelly, you know, your special one.
The trophy be a big pair of brass conkers on wire. That makes sparks.
Okay, that's probably something completely different. Over to you, Skelly. So what is your final word, sir?
I say bollocks to Galactus. Support Kia Wordsmith and other independent comics.
Yay!
Yeah,
And also a massive thanks to everybody who supported the V2A comic. As I said, it's just going through the final reading and then it's hopefully going to the press later next week. Super excited. I've already got my frames ready to stick it up on the wall. Ian, have you got yours on the wall? Is Kia the first one of the first comic you've done?
I've done that, and I've done Spacewalk with Pat Mills, and they're really pretty much it. I've done quite a few with Dave. I've done a couple of anthologies. I did a steampunk anthology with Dave as well. But just Dave and Pat, they're the people I work with.
Wow.
There you go. Oh, nice one, Dave.
Cool. Nice one.
Yeah. I couldn't wait. I had to buy it.
Do you want to show that again, Dave? Just because we've zoomed in now.
That's Ian's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I did Hellbreaker in that one.
Yeah, cool.
So over to you then, Stig. Any final words, sir, to your adoring cat?
Oh, cat. Oh, hell. Hello, pretty pussy cat.
Oh,
no, she's asleep. Sorry,
she's
you only get me. She says, Zzz, "Feed me." Watch the YouTube video. Hit the subscribe and notification bell. That'd be nice. Thanks.
Yes, please. Cool. If you could join the YouTube channel, guys, and watch Mark's awesome video that he spent loads of time on, and that goes out straight after the show. And for me, thank you very much, guys. It's been awesome. Super excited about the comic, the V2A comic. Super excited about the Kia Wordsmith. We will be backing it over the weekend. It is awesome. Accent UK is the best comic label in the world. We are the best, and crush the rest. Yay! So we will see you all at Thought Bubble, guys. So please come to that. There will be a international conker championship going on at the same time, which we are super excited by. And let's see if Ian. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So it's going to be Kia Wordsmith Ian versus somebody from V2A. Probably we'll get Tony dressed as Nort in a conker knockoff or whatever they're.
Dress Tony as a conker.
Oh,
So
thank you, everybody.
I will win. That competition.
Well, that's
fighting words.
That's fighting words. Fighting words. So thank you very much for everybody for watching the show. Please share, like, subscribe, and join all the Facebook groups. And we will see you all next week, where we have somebody from Mad Max on as our special guest. So we'll see you all next week. We love you all. Before we go, a quick question to Skelly and Stig. How should we finish the show? Because we have Ian, who's our guest.
Have you got any Russian-based videos?
Yeah, I think we're going to
want to have little hats and a little cane, maybe.
So Ian,
different for a change.
So we headline a festival in America called Wasteland Weekend, which is awesome. It's the world's biggest post-apocalyptic festival outside of north of LA, and every year we've had this mad Russian half-naked woman dancing to our set or jumping on stage. So let's go and finish with that. So thank you, everybody. We will see you all next week. And here is the mad Russian lady.
love you guys.